Hello, everyone. My name is John Cottrell, and welcome to Power Hour. This is a 60-minute power vinyasa yoga practice. So in our session today, we're going to mix it up just a little bit. So we're going to be doing what I'm calling flowing back bends. So the primary posture that we'll be doing in several of our sequences today will be back bends, but there'll be a twist in some of them. So we will be doing a few twisting poses along with the back bends. Alrighty, so for our prompts today, not really teaching with any particular props, but I always like to have a set of blocks nearby just for balance and something to sit on, things like that, but nothing specific. But if you like to use props like blocks or blankets or even a yoga strap, go ahead and grab those, roll out your yoga mat and get your bottled water, and we shall begin. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and just make your way up to the top of your mat, and you may want to stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Your toes are pointing forward. And just take a few deep breaths in and out, just to get yourself reacquainted with your breath and just to settle into the space. Very nice. So as you're tuning in, you might close your eyes or just soften your eyes. You might take a gaze forward or downward. Just take this journey inward as we stand in stillness, preparing for our moving practice. Just continue with slow, deep breaths. You might breathe in through your nose. You can exhale through your nose or through your mouth if you'd like. Allowing your body to respond to the breath. So you might feel the expansion of your lungs. So you might take a deep breath in and feel that expansiveness. Then as you exhale, you might draw your navel inward towards your spine. Just a light contraction of your abdominal muscles. We're engaging the abdominal lock. It's going to help with some balancing, just power, some movement. Getting a good sense of your breath. So again, you might breathe in, just feeling the breath rise, filling up your lungs. Exhaling, connect to your center, again, drawing your navel inward toward your spine. A little light contraction there. Very nice. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths like this as we now prepare our bodies to move. When you're ready, go ahead and inhale and extend your arms overhead. Treat it like a nice stretch. Reach nice and high. Then exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, folding forward. Put a good bend in your knees so you can fold with ease, protecting your back, maybe making your way down to touch your toes. Then inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees to extend your spine, even feel like you're moving forward. Then exhale, let's fold again back down towards toes. Let's hold here for a few moments. You can make this a partial fold where you're not going all the way down. Maybe your hands are just resting on your knees or shins. Or if it feels okay, go ahead and hang heavily forward. Sometimes we call this ragdoll. And just loosen up your shoulders, your head and neck. Even your hips, you might even sway just left and right a little bit with your upper body, just to kind of loosen things up. Again, we're going to be doing some back bends, and so we want to do some forward folds just to kind of prepare for the inverted or the converse of this. All right, another spinal extension. Go ahead and inhale, slide your hands up the legs, extending the spine. We're going to exhale and fold again, back down. Now go ahead and shift your weight back into your heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale, reverse the swan dive, come all the way back up to standing, reaching into the air. Then exhale, bring your hands together and down to your heart. Just pause there for a moment. Just take another breath or two. This nice reconnection to the ground. Fill up your lungs with the breath in, exhaling, connecting to core center. Let's go through that half salute one more time as we're just introducing movement to the body. Here we go. Inhale, reach into the air. Good stretch. Exhale, leading with your heart. Fold forward, soft knees. Make your way down. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs, extending your spine so you're parallel with the floor. And exhale, back down we go for a brief pause. Once again, shifting your weight back into your heels, bent knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive, taking your arms out and all the way up into the air. Exhale, hands together and down to your heart. Again, another pause. Hold. Deep breaths. So that's our half salute. Let's go ahead and move into our sun salutation, Series A. Inhale, reach into the air. Exhale, let's fold forward. Always okay to keep a good bend in your knees, making your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway, forming that long tabletop position. Exhale, bend your knees enough to place your hands on your mat out in front of you, then step or walk both feet back to the back end of your mat until you're in plank pose or a high push-up position. We'll breathe in right here. As you exhale, bend your knees like you're going to kneel down, but then send your hips up into the air, creating our inverted V shape, downward facing dog. Take a moment if you need to adjust where your feet are on your mat, even your hands, just so you can settle into the pose. We're going to hold here for a little bit. Make sure your palms are pressing firmly into the ground so your arms feel strong, supporting your upper body. If it feels okay, just allow your chest to sink a little deeper as if it's moving towards the floor. All right, we're just getting a little bit into the chest and your shoulders. And then if you'd like, you can pedal the feet. Press one heel down as the other heel lifts. Now just getting into the legs. This will probably target your calves a little bit more. Lengthening, stretching in that area of your legs. Make sure you're still breathing. You can still inhale to fill up your lungs, exhaling to connect to your core. If you're pedaling your feet, just do one more on each foot, and then come back to a down dog, holding in stillness. We'll take a full breath in, ready to move. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, both feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale to extend spine. Exhale, fold. Again, weight shift into your heels, bent knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way back up, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. Now we're going to keep moving right away into Series B. Here we go. Inhale, reach into the air. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, right there. We're breathing in for a little bit more extension out through the arms. Exhale, dive forward towards toes. Oh, always go at your own pace if I'm going a little too fast. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the mat. Walk, step, or even hop back into plank pose. Again, high push-up position. We're breathing in. We move on the exhale, bend elbows, lower your chest towards the floor, coming down. Inhale, upward facing dog, which of course is a back bend. You can even choose Cobra right here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Quickly just find your placement of feet and hands. Then we're going to keep moving. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you, reach long. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat next to right hand. Left heel turns to the floor behind you. Remember to shift your weight back into that foot so you feel balanced. So you can float your arms up into the air. Inhale to rise, first warrior. Exhale, fold again, hands back down to the ground. Step back, plank pose, finish your push-up, bend your elbows, even squeeze them in towards your ribs for good stability and leverage as you come down. Inhale, up dog, nice long legs, pointed toes behind you, open your heart. Exhale, onto your toes, hips into the air, down dog. Join when you're ready. Inhale, extend left leg up, reach back. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the floor, shifting weight back. Inhale, float your arms up into the sky so you're facing forward over your front bent knee. Fold again on your exhale. Hands come down, plant your hands into the mat. Stepping the left foot back, finishing your sequence. Bend elbows, come down. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to our inverted pose, downward facing dog. Pause in this position. A breath or two. We're going to go down to the mat. So feel free on an exhale, hop forward, cross your legs, take a seat, or just kneel down onto your mat. Sit in the center of your mat and then roll down onto your back. I'm just going to adjust my mat. So go ahead and lie down. So knees bent, feet flat on the ground. I like to take my feet a little wider on my mat. That just provides me a little bit more space in my hips and low back. You can keep them wide, you can bring them in a little closer, whatever feels right for you. And then you want to have good leverage. So I like to have the knee stacked nicely over ankle bone or heel. So you have good leverage to lift the hips. When you're ready, breathe in fully, fill up your lungs. Exhale completely, engage belly, and then lifting hips into the air by pressing feet into the ground. That's the first part. We want to get the upper body as well. So if you're able, you want to rock your upper body left and right a little bit so you can get your shoulders underneath you, then your arms a little bit. Then for extra stability, maybe bend your elbows at 90 degrees. Press down into the ground with the backs of your arms and elbows. You might find you have a little bit more leverage and support in this position. So basically our second back bend. Okay, our first back bend was up dog or cobra if you chose that one. And now bridge pose. So we really want to open up the front portion of the body. I really feel this in my hip flexors, which tend to be tight. Engage thighs. This also engages your glutes. This is great. Nice opening up through the chest. 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, just wiggle your toes forward slightly. Extend your arms up into the air. That should get your shoulders out from underneath you, and then roll down. Let's extend the body. So extend your legs out in front, reach your arms behind you just to create that lengthening in your whole body. A breath or two there. Then hug knees into your chest. You can start rocking carefully forward and back. Generate a good exhale to rock your way up to seated so you can come right into boat pose, or just situate yourself so you can make your way into boat. I like to hold on to the backs of the legs just to help lift myself up a bit. Nice lengthening in the spine. Little tip of the chin up. Nice long neck. Breathing deeply, filling up the lungs. Exhale, engage core. 2 more breaths. On our third breath, we're going to inhale, prepare our bodies to move. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front if you can. Hop or step back, plank pose. Let's pause here for a moment. Feel this nice, energetic, strong body. And then bring right knee to the ground, just right underneath that right hip. Swing the right foot off to the right side. And then we're just going to open up the body. So we're just going into a side plank pose with the variation of keeping right knee on the ground. So just opening up like this. So a side plank position, nice opening to the whole front body. It's also a nice hip opener just because of the knee on the ground. All right, we're going to add a little bit to this. Let's extend this left arm overhead, reach through your fingertips, flex the left foot, and if you can, just lift it off the ground. It doesn't have to lift high, just off the ground, and keep this extension in these opposite directions. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let's bring those limbs back down to the floor. Left hand, left knee, bring the right kickstand back in. Let's do 3 breaths, cat and cow. A little cat-cow flow. Inhale to look up or forward, which creates a minor back bend. Exhale, round it out into cat. 2 more times on your own. A nice fluid motion through your spine, gets your pelvis moving. Just loosening up, preparing our bodies. And then just return to a tabletop position. Let's do our side plank, other side. Let's create that kickstand first with the left foot. So swing the left foot off to the side. You can extend right leg back, but keep toes on the ground. And then open up sideways. So your right hand just reaches up into the air. Your heart will be facing the right side of the room. Good extension. Even feel like your hips are moving forward towards the right side of the room as well. That will help open up through the hips. Okay, we're adding that stretch. We're extending right hand overhead. Good extension. Flex right foot and then lift it a few inches off the ground. Keep reaching in these opposite directions. This does take some balance. That's why you're creating that kickstand with the left foot. All right, inhale here. Exhale, let's carefully return to the ground with the right hand, right knee, bring kickstand back in, and another 3 breaths, cat and cow. Let's keep that nice mobility through the spine. After your third breath, just return to a neutral position. This little tabletop posture. Let's get reset up for downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and exhale to lift knees and hips into the air. Let's continue with the lunge sequence. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel turns to the ground, planted firmly. Then inhale, float up, first warrior. Exhale, open, second warrior right here. Settle into the posture. I always like to take my feet just a little bit wider so I can lunge a little bit deeper, getting into this right inner thigh. So you're welcome to do that or just adjust as you need. Let's take this right into side angle. So we're reaching forward, angled upper body, rotate your arms, right hand reaching down, left hand reaching into the air. Good attention to this posture, reaching in these opposite directions. Same thing with this left hand, reach overhead just to get a little bit more length through the left side of the body. We're really preparing for these back bends that are coming up, just creating a little bit more space, especially below the ribs and around through the belly and our low backs. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let's turn, bring the hands down to the floor. Step back, plank pose, hold plank. And we'll take a shortcut to down dog. So just bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. Here we are. Then inhale, extend left leg up behind you. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right foot turns, presses the heel into the ground. Inhale, float your way up, warrior one. Exhale, opening heart to the right side of the room. Warrior two. Make your adjustments with your feet if you need to. Powerful arms reaching. Breath. Then our side angle, reach out over that left knee, rotate your arms, angled upper body, reaching up, reaching down, energy in the arms, opening up through the chest. Great hip opener here too. Let's reach overhead with the right arm so we get that lengthening condition down through the whole right side of your body, especially below the ribs, just above the belt line. Breathe in again. Exhale, we'll turn towards the floor, plant the hands, step back, plank, hold. Let's just take another shortcut to down dog. Bend knees, hips into the sky. Full breath in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, both feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heel, soft knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up, reach high. Exhale, let's bring your arms down by your side this time. Finishing that whole sequence. Great warm up for the body. All right, we have a lot to do. So we're going to get right into some balancing here. We're going to do tree pose. So find your way to mountain, find that nice balance on 2 feet, preparing to balance on 1 foot. Start shifting your weight over into right foot, press down into the ground. We're going to inhale to get tall. Again, breath rising to fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in. When you feel ready, float the left foot up. You might even flex the foot so the leg feels strong and energized. Swing that knee out to the side and place foot on the inside of your standing leg. All right, it's another hip opener. Of course, we're balancing. We're going to inhale, reach into the air. Good extension. Lift. Reach. It's another side body lengthening process. More prep for our back bends. A couple more breaths here. Good work. All right, let's keep the arms extended. We'll swing that left knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. Hold that for a few more seconds if you can, just balancing on 1 foot. Then we'll plant the foot back down into the ground. Arms come back down by your side. Excellent. If you need to kind of shake out some of that energy right there, there's that dynamic work of the body in that balancing pose. Feel free. And then just make your way back into mountain, ready for the other side. When you're ready, shifting weight into left foot, press into the ground. Feel tall, breath rising, fill up your lungs. Exhale to engage your center. Then float your right foot up. Flexed foot, strong leg. Swing the knee out. There's our hip opener. Placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Got it. Then inhale, float arms up. Reach, reach, reach. Good stretch, lengthening through the sides of the body. We're still breathing. Each inhale is a reaching sensation, getting taller and longer. Exhaling, we're still connecting to center, which helps the powerful body to balance. 2 more breaths. Very nice. We'll keep the arms extended. We'll swing the right knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. Pause. Reach a little higher. Good. Plant the foot, arms back down by your side. Shake it out if you need to. All right, good work. Let's do another flow. Let's continue and add on. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms into the air. Exhale, fold forward, bent knees. Touch your toes if you can. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, bend and fold, hands to the mat. Walk, step, or hop back into plank pose right away. Bend elbows, come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Choose your back bend. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to keep it moving. Inhale, extend right leg up. You're going to bend the knee, bring heel down towards backside, lifting knee to open up through the hips. It's a bit of a twist. We're going to exhale to unwind it, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, left heel plants, reach forward, rise up. Exhale, open warrior 2. Settle in. Let's take this to reversed warrior. So we're going to spin that right palm up, reach up into the air with this right hand. Just a nice extension. Reach high. You're going to get a little bit of an arc kind of in the left side perhaps, especially if you reach back behind you, okay? So noticing the sensation through the side body on the left side, as well as that nice expansiveness on the right side. Make sure the right knee is lunging forward, okay? We're gonna come back up through a warrior 2, take it right into side angle. Right hand down, left hand up. Same thing, just follow this left hand overhead, okay? Same lengthening process through left side. Couple breaths there. We're breathing in. Exhale, turn hands to the floor. Now step back into plank pose with the right foot lifted. Okay, just a few inches off the ground, something like this. Hold for strength. Now see if you can follow me. The right foot is lifted, but we're going to bring the left knee to the ground. Okay, so if you can, just kind of roll over the toes, set the left knee down. Okay, so we're going to be in this kind of position here. So the left knee on the floor, directly underneath hip, adjust the body as you need to, right leg lifted, reaching back. We're going to go to a spinal balance. We're going to extend the left arm forward, reach, extend, lengthen. Feel the belly button still pull up towards spine. Okay, we don't want to make this too much like a back bend, not yet at least. So if you feel like you're like this, if you can see me, that's more of a back bend. Drop the left hand, drop right foot a little bit, almost feel like you're rounding your back. All right, that's our spinal balance. Let's bring left hand and right knee back down to the ground. 1 cat-cow. Inhale, look forward, arch back. Exhale, round into cat, hold cat, and then right into down dog. Tuck toes, lift knees. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend and twist. So bend the knee. Lift the knee for a bit of a twist in the spine. Open hip. On your exhale, unwind it. Step through. Land at the top. Right heel plants. Reach forward. Rise up. First warrior. Exhale, opening to warrior 2. Settle in. Reverse the warrior. Flip left hand up. Reach up into the air with left hand. Now the right hand either can just rest lightly on that back leg. I like to use this hand to support my right hip and low back or side body because I want to reach a little higher and even slightly back behind. And just I can stabilize the pelvis by really putting some firm pressure of my right hand into right hip. Left knee is lunging. Come back up through a warrior 2, side angle. Left hand down, right hand up initially, and then reach right hand overhead, extending through right side body. 2 breaths. So we're just really trying to get some good side bends. Breathe in. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose, left foot lifted. So we're here. Keep the foot low. Just have to lift high. You can even lift your hips a little higher, core engaged. Kind of rolling through the right set of toes so you can gently set the right knee onto the ground. Okay? Situate yourself here.
going for spinal balance. So left foot still lifted. So we're extending the right arm forward, reach, something like this. Not too high, low enough where you can feel like you're almost rounding the back so you can easily pull belly button up towards spine. There's also a hugging in sensation, meaning all four limbs are squeezing inward, okay? Like you're trying to hold on to something perhaps between your arms and between your knees. All right, let's bring the hand and knee back down to the floor. One cat-cow. Look up for the cow, inhale. Exhale, cat. Take child's pose. So take the knees wide. Sit back. Just a few breaths here. Just to get a little roundedness in the back body. Some lengthening as well. Very good. 3 more breaths here in child's pose. We're going to come back up to hands and knees. Return to down dog. Tuck toes, lift knees. Inhale once in down dog. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine and fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way back up to standing. Reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's add a twist here. So just going to do chair pose with a twist. Whenever you're ready, join me. We're going to inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, take chair pose, sitting back and down. I'm going to turn this way. Bring hands to heart center. You don't have to sit down too low at all. I like to go about here. This is good for me. Inhale, good length of spine. Exhale, pull belly in with a twist to your right. Little rotation of the upper body to the right side of the room. Again, doesn't have to be too much of a rotation, just a little bit. If it feels okay for you, you can always sit back and down a little deeper if that feels okay for you. All right, breathe in. Exhale, unwind, place hands on thighs just to press so you can stand up tall. Go ahead and take both arms up into the air. Right away, let's go to chair pose again. Exhale, take your seat. Go ahead and bring hands to heart center. Here we go. Breathe in, lengthening through spine. Exhale, pull belly in, twist to your left now. These don't have to be too major of twists to do. Minor rotations. Don't have to overdo it. Again, working the sides of the body. Little core work. Let's breathe in. Exhale, unwind, hands on thighs. But we're going to fold all the way down towards toes and continue our flow. All right, monkey pose, just extend spine. Exhale, bending knees enough, rounded back to bring hands to the floor. Walk or step feet back to plank. Come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for a moment. We're going to do bridge pose again. So either kneel down, take a seat, or hop forward, cross legs to take a seat. Right away, roll right down onto your back. Bent knees, feet flat on the floor. Inhale, fill up your lungs. We're going right away. Exhale, peel away from the ground, lifting hips. Arms, shoulders underneath you. If you can, squeeze shoulder blades together underneath you. Another way to engage and support your upper body. Go ahead and bend elbows again if that feels good. Press arms into the floor so you feel that steady lift. Deep breaths. This is a great way to feel that expansiveness in the lungs. Two more breaths. And then wiggle the toes forward just so we can make space to get out of the pose. Extend your arms up into the air. Roll your way back down to the ground. Extend your legs out front. Reach your arms behind you. Reach and stretch. Then hug knees to chest. Generate energy in your breathing. A good exhale to rock your way up to boat pose. Right into boat or set yourself up for boat. Again, you can always hold on to the legs, or maybe you want to release just to challenge yourself. Lift chin slightly, breathe deeply.
Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. Hold. Okay, bring both knees to the ground. Both knees to the ground. So we're in a tabletop position. Okay, we're gonna go back to spinal balance. Let's start by shifting the weight over into the right knee so we can extend left leg back, just lifting the toes barely off the ground. Then extend right arm forward. Remember, these don't have to be too high. They're slightly low. You can see my limbs are really low, but a reaching sensation. Just to ensure you can feel that slight roundedness in the back, core engaged. But here comes the back bend, because you're going to bend the left knee where your foot goes up towards the sky. Right hand reaches behind. If you're able, catch hold of your foot or ankle behind you. Now, if you can't reach it, that's okay. Just reach for air, okay? If you can grab hold, we're going to lift the foot towards the ceiling and then kind of lift your chest and slightly look forward. Okay, we're going to call this tiger pose. Okay, it's a slight twist, okay, but it's also a back bend. Okay, the back is arched. It opens the chest and shoulder. Opens the left hip flexor. Okay, we're going to release, re-extend the arm and leg. Bring the hand and knee back down to the ground. Cat cow. Okay, just get that nice fluidity in the back, especially in cat pose. So you get that rounded feeling for a counter sensation. Okay, back to neutral. Spinal balance, other side. So we're shifting weight into left knee. Extend right leg back, lift the right foot, but not very high. Extend left arm forward. Here's spinal balance, reach. Okay, they don't have to be very high. Get that good extension. We're still hugging towards center line. Bend right knee so your foot goes up towards the ceiling. Reach back with left hand, reach for the air or touch heel or grab hold of the foot, whatever works. And then lift the foot up, okay? Carefully, you don't have to force that at all. And then send heart forward. Maybe you can look forward, okay? This is our tiger pose. And we're creating this slight twist and back bend. The higher that foot, you're gonna get that in that right thigh, hip flexor, okay? And it's a little bit of a back bend, right? Let's release and re-extend, reach, okay? Then hand and knee back down to the ground. This time take child's pose again. Take the knees a little wider, sit back and down. Arms out in front. I like to bring in a block right here just to rest my forehead, right there. Deep breaths. Now make this an active pose, meaning really reach outward with the arms, sit back with the hips, just to get that lengthening process through the spine, especially in that low back region, since that tiger pose that we just came out of does affect the low back. Couple more breaths. Nice little resting spot. All right, one more breath in and out. We'll come back up to hands and knees. Let's make our way back into downward facing dog. Okay, we're going back up to mountain pose. So with a good exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Feel free to hang here for a couple of seconds. More roundedness in the back. And then weights in the heels, bent knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Another good reaching sensation up high. Exhale, arms down by your side. Very nice. Okay, now let's put a combination of poses together. Let's put some balancing together with some back bending. You know it as dancer pose, okay? And you can modify this, but just follow me. I'm just going to adjust my mat. So make sure you're standing nice and tall, mountain pose, facing forward. Okay, put a slight bend in the knees. Shift your weight over into right foot, and then we're going to kick left foot back. Okay, like this. So foot lifts, but just kick it back. Left hand, open the palm so it's facing forward, and then reach back. And if you can, catch the inside edge of this left foot. Now, if your left leg pulled away from the right leg, that's fine. If you had to in order to grab the foot. Just hug it back in towards center. Squeeze to midline. Right knee is still soft, and then take right hand up into the air. So that's the balance part. Here comes the back bend part. Keep bending the right knee like you're just going to bend and go down. And then tip over like you're a tea kettle. Okay. Tipping just a little bit, and then reach. Kick the left foot back, reach right arm forward, and it creates this back bend. That's our dancer pose. Focus out front. It's okay if you lose your balance. Okay, we're rising back up. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other. Once you're tall enough, you release left foot to the ground. Bring both arms up into the air, and then arms down by your side. All right, we're just going to do the same thing other side. All right, a little slight bend in the knees. Shifting weight into left foot, root. Kick right foot back. Open the right palm, facing forward. Bring the right hand behind you if you can. Catch the inside edge of the right foot. If you need to catch the outside edge, that's fine. If that leg pulled away, hug it back in towards center. Okay, there's that opening in the right shoulder right there. Left arm extends into the air. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, so that's the balance. And then we tip the scale or pour the tea out of the kettle. Bend the left knee, tip over, then extend in these opposite directions. Kicking the right foot back, reach out with left hand. Do your best there. All right, rise back up. Inner thighs meeting each other at center, releasing right foot to the ground. Right arm reaches up into the air to get that extension. Arms come back down by your side. Excellent. All right, let's keep the body in motion here. Take a break if you need to, though. Get a sip of water. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, monkey pose. Let's do a basic flow. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose, come down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist open. As we exhale, unwind it, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, left heel plants down behind you. Inhale, float both arms up. Exhale, open warrior two. Let's reverse the warrior here. Right hand reaching up, maybe slightly behind you. Take it through a warrior two and into side angle. Right hand down, left hand up, reaching overhead. Inhale. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, step back, plank, right foot lifted. Okay, this is where we're going to bring that left knee to the ground again. Follow me. Okay, the left knee is on the ground. Make a kickstand with that left foot, and then open up towards the right side of the room for right side or for the side plank. Reach. So the right foot's lifted. And then reaching right hand overhead. Good extension here. We're going to turn this into a back bend. Bend the right knee. Bring heel towards backside. Bring right hand behind you. See if you can catch the ankle or foot or just touch the heel or just grab the air. Okay. And then once you've got the foot, okay, send it to the left side of the room as your heart and pelvis are moving to the right side of the room. Okay, that'll create that back bend feel. Nice opening up through the front body. We're going to release and re-extend the leg and arm. Listen carefully. We're going to turn, bring the right hand and right knee to the ground. Then extend left leg back into the air, lifting the foot. Re-extend right hand forward. So right hand again, coming off the floor. Bend left knee. Foot lifts, reach back with right hand, catch left foot. It's that tiger pose. Stay here or go for the back bend by lifting the foot towards the ceiling. Look forward. Opens that chest area, and it's a slight twist. Okay, we're going to release, re-extend, knee and hand to the ground, one cat-cow. Hold cat as you exhale.
for that nice roundedness in the spine. Tuck toes, lift knees, hips into the air, down dog. Hold here to get some extension through the spine. Okay, we're getting that sequence put together pretty well. Let's do the other side. So inhale, extend left leg up, bend and twist open. Exhale, step through, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel plants. Inhale, rise, first warrior. Exhale, open warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Left hand reaching up into the air, maybe slightly behind you. Back up through a warrior two, side angle, left hand down, right hand up and overhead, reaching so you can get that side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose, left foot lifted. Okay, right knee will come down to the ground. Carefully. Make a kickstand with right foot, side plank, opening up. So left hand will go straight up. That left leg is already lifted, just flex it. Left arm overhead to get the side body extension, and we're gonna create that back bend. Bend the knee, left knee. Reach back behind you. If you can, catch the ankle or foot, or just the air. Maybe you're just here, I don't know if you can see me. I'm not even touching it, but this will create the back bend. But if you can grab it, grab hold, and take it out behind you. Reach back as the belly kind of pushes forward. Opens nicely through the chest. Kind of a sideways back bend here. Okay, we're going to release and re-extend. Listen, bring left hand down, bring left knee down. Re-extend right leg back. Okay, lifting the foot. Left arm extends forward again. Reach, spinal balance. Back bend, bend the right knee. Reach back, left hand, catch foot. It's just the opposite foot now. This is what creates that little twist. Lifting foot up towards ceiling, look forward. There's our back bend. Tiger pose. Okay, we're going to release, re-extend. Hand and knee back down to the ground. Let's take our child's pose again. Widen the knees, take a seat. Extend. Three more breaths here. Before we get into the full sequence, we're going to do another twist down here on the floor. So one more breath in and out. And then come up to hero pose. I'm just going to face you for this. Okay, so we're in hero pose, something like this. We're going to take a little mermaid posture, which is a bit of a twist in hip opener, okay? I'm going to use a block for this. You can use a blanket or a pillow, but you may not need this. I'll show you why. Okay, we're going to start by sliding the hips off to the right side. Now the hips can just come right down to the floor. For me, this puts a little bit of a strain on my other side. And so that's why I like to use a prop. I like to bring a block in. So I'm just sitting on the block. That way I don't get that pinch over here, okay? You can do that, but you may not need to. Both hands are on the right side, pushing into the ground so you can get up nice and tall. Inhale as you do that, and this left arm braced on right thigh, and exhale to help you twist and then hold a twist. Okay, again, not very far. This should affect the low back and down through kind of the lower belly there. Okay, both some relieving perhaps after some of that back bend work. Because we're going to be doing it again a little bit more fluidly, okay, with some additions. Okay, we just need to add our dancer pose, right? 2 more breaths. All right, so we're going to just kind of lean forward to kind of get out of that sensation. Maybe hands in front a little bit so you're almost on hands and knees, and then come back to your hero pose. And we'll get set up for the other side, okay? So same thing, just slide hips off to left side, sitting on a blanket or pillow, okay, or block, or just the ground if that feels fine for you. Both hands are on this left side. Push into the ground to help extend spine. That's your inhale. And exhale, just continue a bit of a twist to your left side. I like to brace this hand right here on the outer thigh.
I'm not trying to force myself, I'm not pulling myself into the pose. It's just a guidance, really. And actually, it helps me hold the position. So a few breaths here. Be sure you're nice and tall. Deep breaths. We're going to go through that sequence again. So that's our flowing back bend sequence. All right, one more breath in and out. Lean forward a little bit to get out of that twist. Crawl hands forward and really just come up onto hands and knees. Move your props out of the way if you were using some. Let's do another series of cat and cow. How about 3 breaths? So that same mobility we want through the spine, rocking of the pelvis, finding some relief in the low back. Set yourself up for down dog. You might step your hands forward, tuck your toes, and then lift knees and hips into the air. Find and feel extension through the spine. You can do that by keeping a slight bend in the knees. Send your hips up into the air, hands press into the ground. Feel that lengthening. One more breath in and out. Then walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Experience that nice deep forward fold. Weights in the heels, soft knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come back up to standing. Reach even higher. Extra stretch here at the top. Exhale, arms down by your side. Wonderful. Good. A little roll of the shoulders if you'd like. Stretch the neck, any other parts of the body. As we now go through our full sequence, we're going to add the dancer pose, which is going to flow into a lunge. Let me just show you quickly. Maybe you're getting a sip of water. I'm going to hop quickly into dancer pose. Okay. So let's say this is my dancer pose. Okay. So this is the balance. I'm going to release. Actually, I'm going to bend my right knee. That's the leg I'm standing on. Bending the right knee. Tip a little bit, release left foot, extend it back and set the toes down and go right into a high lunge. Okay, so that's our transition there. Okay, let's get ready. Starting in mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths. Ready to flow. We'll start with the softness in the knees. We're going right into dancer. Put weight into your right foot. Kick left foot back. Catch the inside edge of the left foot with left hand. Hug inner thighs towards center. Extend right arm up into the air. Okay, bend right knee. So you're going down a bit and then tip your scale or pour out the tea from your kettle and then extend in the opposite direction. Reach left foot back, right hand forward. There's our balancing back bend, dancer. To release or get out of the pose, we're bending right knee more. We're getting closer to the ground. Release the left foot so you can easily step back and down right there. Bring both arms up, high lunge. Open warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Right hand up and back. Get that side body stretch. Okay, and basically just going to windmill. Actually, no, side angle, right hand down, left hand up and overhead. Get those side body stretches. And then turn, hands to the floor. Step back, plank, right foot lifted. Bringing left knee to the ground. Make a kickstand with left foot. Side plank. So right hand goes up. Flexed right foot is in the air. Right hand extends overhead for the reach. Bend right knee, reach back, catch right ankle. Back bend, our sideways back bend. Opening up. Let's release and extend. This is our flowing back bend sequence. Right hand down, right knee down. Extend left leg back into the air. Re-extend right arm forward. That's the extension. Bend left knee. Reach back, catch left foot now. Lift foot up into the air. Okay, as we take the tiger pose, little twist back bend right there. Release, re-extend again. Knee and hand come down to the ground. One cat-cow. Look up. Back bend. Exhale, cat. Hold cat. Tuck toes. Lift knees and hips. Down dog. Nice extension. Exhale, hopper step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Feel that nice release. Weights in the heels, bent knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come to standing, reach high. Exhale, arms down by your side. We're going right away to the other side. Slight bend of knees, dancer pose. Shifting weight into left foot. We're kicking right foot back. Reach back with right hand, catch the inside edge of the right foot. Hug inner thighs towards each other. Extend left arm up into the air. There it is. Stay here if you want, or take that back bend. Bend the left knee, go down. Pour out the T. Extend through the body. Reach back through your right toes. Left hand reaching forward. Bend left knee more to go down. Release right foot to the ground for the lunge. Okay, both arms up into the air, high lunge. Opening warrior two. Reverse your warrior, left hand reaching up and maybe behind you. Side angle, left hand down, right hand up and overhead. Right side body stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. Step back, plank, left foot lifted. Bring right knee to the ground. Make a kickstand with right foot. Open up sideways, side plank. Good extension, left arm reaching overhead. Ready for the back bend, bend the left knee. Reach back with left hand, catch the ankle. Okay, sideways back bend. Nice opening there. Release and re-extend. Bring left hand and left knee back down to the ground. Now extend right leg back, foot lifted. Re-extend left arm forward, spinal balance. Bend right knee so you can reach back with left hand, catch the ankle or foot or the air. Create the back bend by lifting. Look forward, tiger pose. Release, re-extend. Hand and knee to the ground. One cat-cow. Hold cat. Child's pose. Knees apart, sit back. This is just for several breaths. That was our sequence. That's it. Three more breaths down here. You're going to slowly lift to hero, just briefly in hero. Sit off to the side so you can swing the legs around to the front. Make sure you're sitting in the center of your mat. Roll down onto your back. Go ahead and hug knees into chest. Hug the knees in and feel free to even lift your upper body a little bit up towards the knees just to create a little bit of a curvature in the spine so we can massage the spine. That was a lot of back work, okay? A lot of supportive qualities in the back and core system with that movement, lots of balancing, okay? Our twisting, and of course, all those back bends, especially grabbing of a foot and extending. So a lot of work in our back, our spine, the muscles of the back. Let's take happy baby pose. So take the knees and feet wide. We'll take feet up towards ceiling. If you can, grab hold of the bottoms of the feet or grab hold of your ankles or shins. Getting into the hips a little bit. This can also create some relief and release in the low back. So if you're not in a happy baby pose, choose another hip opener to help that release of the low back. I'm doing a little rocking left and right sensation, continuing that massage quality. And of course, deep breathing. A couple more breaths. Let's take this to reclining cobbler's pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. We'll take the relaxed version where you set your feet onto the ground. Let the knees just kind of open up naturally out to the sides of the room. And just lie comfortably here for a few moments. Again, hip openers can help release low back. Let's take 3 more breaths here. You're welcome to stay here longer if you'd like, if this feels good for you. Whenever you're ready, you can bring the knees together and give yourself another hug. We're going to take this into spinal twist. So take both knees over to left side, extend right arm to right side. Deep breaths in and out. Just noticing the quality of your breath. It was a pretty dynamic sequence, and sometimes, our heart rate will go up a little bit. You might feel a little out of breath. So this is our opportunity to come back to that baseline of breathing. Okay, let's come back up to center. Pause there for a second, and then take your twist to the other side. Noticing your nice deep breaths here. Even allowing the body to transition into full relaxation, because that will certainly be our next pose. Maybe a couple more breaths on this side of our twist. When you're ready, return to center. Maybe one more quick hug. And then extend the legs out in front of you onto the ground, arms resting down by your side as well. Just situate yourself, make any adjustments in your body. Even use props here if that helps. Maybe a blanket underneath your head, or if you like to bend your knees or even elevate your legs. Just do what feels great for your body for these last few moments. Full release and relaxation, Shavasana, or any other restorative position. Continue to notice the quality of your breath. Slow, deep breaths. Knowing that you can stay here as long as you'd like. Even as I end the practice, you can stay right here. When it's time to move, start with breath. Maybe just 5 slow, deep breaths. Generating a new sense of energy throughout your body. Preparing your body to move. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. After your 5th breath, move in slow motion so you can roll your body onto your side. Even hold here for a moment. Another breath or two. Then still moving in slow motion, just guide your way up to seated. You can just sit comfortably on your mat or a block or pillow. If you like, crossing your legs. Sit up nice and tall. Arms, shoulders relaxed. You can just let your hands rest in your lap or on your knees. Feel your breath. Let's take one last motion. We'll inhale, extend the arms out and up into the air. And as you exhale, bring your hands together and down to your heart. Return to stillness, hands at heart center. Take one more breath in and out. Hold here. And as we come to the close of this portion of our journey together, we bow saying, Namaste.